weekly map random race. And we already got two talented runners picked out. We have Emmett, recent champion of Games Done Quick. And we also have Stev on the red team. So they're still readying up in the race room. We had a last minute entry, but so as they're ready, they'll be off, and I can start talking you through this race that we have here. At the same time, we have more map rando action on SpeedGaming. On channel 1, the main SpeedGaming channel, we have Andy and Path racing. And then also, SpeedGaming 2, in just a moment, is going to have Spiffy and Bressingham. But they have a delay and we don't. So we're going to take the lead. But that does mean I'm going to be a little bit distracted. Especially at the start. But that's fine. I'm sure these runners will give me time to catch up to whatever activity I'm missing. Or whatever happens. Anyway, it just started, so we just need the stream to catch up, and then we'll be off. But this is part of the community weekly race. Right now it's using the same settings as the tournament, so hard tricky. But it's open for anyone to join. And it's also going to be a big lobby. This one has 13 entrants. So we have all the hot names, except for those in the races. Zeb, Eddie, Nitro, Nevd Oats, Lunix, Baron, Sponge, and Funny, Someone Farmer, Emmett, Stev, and Edible Toaster. And they're off. Okay, so let's look for my sync button. And hit Emmett with the 5-second delay. Slow him down a bit. Good stuff. Okay, so we're going right. Wall jump over the hill. And we get a super pack as first item. Not terribly uncommon. Super packs open up ammo doors. It's kind of what makes them more of a progression item than just missiles. They're going to open up the pink doors as well as the green doors. You all know what super packs do. Super missiles do. But this was a right start. And now we have to go through the pancake room. So this is a lot of not fun to do early. And wouldn't be surprised if there were deaths. But basically you want to be very safe with this room. The enemies do about 60 damage a hit. So you just want to be safe with it. Because losing time to a death is going to be the slowest thing you can do. There's certainly fast ways to go through the room. But you want to take a safe way. It's going to give the lead to Stev. What was that? Looked away. Screw attack. Okay, so Stev with the screw attack. That's a good item to have early. Especially if you need to go back through the thread the needle room. Okay, be careful about landing in lava. Breaking spin. Oh, did get the nice health drop. Give an extra 10 energy. So without the health drop, it would have been down to 1. Screw attack is going to unlock the gauntlet entrance. Oh, unfortunately, went into a heated room. So you gotta be careful when you're down to like 10 health. Most of the time, heated rooms are gonna do more than 10 damage to peak the room. What's happening here? Well, we have a stream pause while we watch Emmett. Gonna make his way back through. To be safe, you do want to have your health high enough to survive a hit, because you can flounder around in the water physics. I cannot switch to Emmett's sound. He does not have usable audio. So we're gonna live in silence for a bit. But hopefully things are going okay for Stev. The stream is down. If it comes to it, I could probably hot swap someone in. But for now, we can watch him hit progress. Oh, early Varia suit. So Varia suit is your winner on which suit we get first. The less common option. It's still the case that if you get a suit early, it's kind of forced. So we're going to expect some Lore Warfare rooms to show up. So let's see, we have Varia suit and Screw Attack. That makes pretty much all the Lore Warfare rooms pretty doable. Morph Ball would be nice to have. But we're still early yet. We're still collecting the items. Oh yeah, I'm the tracker. Here, yeah. Okay, so we're gonna call that a power outage on Stev's side. Restarting from nothing. I don't know what actually happened, but that seems to be what's up. There you go. That time it was the tracker not taking my click. So we're gonna have Emmett up to this lead. Oh, the timer is still going apparently. So Stev did make it through. Read the needle room once. You can do it again. Even if you try to go fast, you can usually firm your health back. Another death. It's not a fun room to have early. Okay, so Emmett in the Brinstar Reserve room. Gonna get power bombs. Unfortunate. Would have liked to have seen the trick where you get to the missile with Screw Attack. But gets those power bombs. With Screw Attack, you can go through the Metroid rooms, logically. Dodging them completely, it would be in very hard logic, but we are only playing on hard. So that's kind of what hard means. Hard is like the wall jumps up to gauntlet. It does not mean dodging Metroids. Killing the enemies in Thread the Needle room here is a part of hard logic. Otherwise, it'd expect you to have at least missiles. The thing with missiles is you get them back right away. Like, pretty much as fast as you kill the enemies. So there's lots of race left. See if Steph can catch up. Do you go for it? Still safer to kill them from a distance. Relevant supers, yeah, that's an instant kill. Nice speed. Oh. They do 60 damage, so you're not safe at 59. Okay, so Sev's through. Gonna get very astute, should be a lot safer after this. There's also a guaranteed E-tank early on. But we've only found like one item location on Sev's side. I think there's also a missile down there that they opted not to get. But we're back. Right now we're doing a lot of running back and forth. Emmett's ready to look for the next thing. Has Morph and Power Bombs. Well, I guess as I often say at this point in the seed, they have a suit, they have all the basic ammos, they have Morph. Kind of when the early game ends, they do really want better movement options for water rooms. But it seems like the seed is leaning in a heated room direction. But we're looking for what to do next. We've run into Gauntlet. Pretty sure. Gauntlet Energy Tank Room. So that'd be an option with the Power Bombs. You only need one for the floor block, and then Screw Attack for the rest. But that'd be a use of your Power Bombs. Stev has seen a heated room, so just gonna head right there. Emmett, I think, backtracked for his save. So not making a whole lot of forward progress. We do know that Morph is in Brinstar Reserve, as well as Power Bombs. That's the big difference. We've also seen Ice Beam, and Ice Beam does have logical meaning in the logic. It's just not likely to mean anything right now. Usually it's paired with something else. Whether it's X-Ray or High Jump. High Jump Ice would be for water rooms. X-Ray Ice would be for ice clips. And we're into a boss fight. Ice on its own could mean Metroids, but we already have Screw Attack for that. 80% Specialist Emmett. Missing Crate Quick Kill. Gets the backup though. It's important to know your backups. And this is a major. It has a big filled-in hollow dot. Big filled-in dot that is not hollow. And it is Speed Booster. So now we're looking for uses for Speed Booster. Shine Sparking to the left of Croc Speedway. It's in Hard Logic situationally. It depends which door you're coming in. So that could be the expected way. You can also reach top right of ship. This will be the first item that allows that. But we'll have to see. First, where it wants to take it, and second, where the progression of the seed expects you to use it. So again, this is a race with 13 entrants, and we just picked 2. The 2 who are quickest to join the race room, pretty much. And that's who we have facing off here. Sev hit a setback early on when their game crashed, and they lost about 3 minutes. and then plus had some bigger deaths than Emmett had. Because we had to do this thread the needle room very early on with no equipment. And it's a room where if you try to rush, you're just gonna die. There actually are strats for going fast with no equipment, but they're not safe to do. Okay, so Emmett doing the Precious Room Shine Spark. In RBO, you line up with the block on the floor as a visual cue for where to spark. But I'm not entirely sure who knows a good cue for that. Okay, we're gonna spazer off of this. Spazer and ice are both filler items, so they don't actually have to mean anything. Usually you take the progression item and follow it to your next piece of progression. But if it's a beam, then that's not always the case. We saw a sand room below, and that door had caution tape, so it's going to be the Yapping Maw sand room. And we also get the toilet. It's going through the wave gate room. So now we're really high up, the top criteria. And we see Wreck Ship Basement powered off because Fantoon has not been killed yet. Interesting position for the Kraid kill. But that is going to be Kraid and Speed Booster for Stev. Ice on its own is not enough. Okay, so we're in Wreck Ship Basement, and we have Speed Booster. So it could be expected to get to the top left door with the Shine Spark. And that would also mean you can get to the Crab Supers tunnel. You can also come over to the right side of Everest. So Everest is going to have some confusing logic for us. We'll see if that throws anyone off. Everest is one of the more confusing rooms. We have the Map Rando tournament going on SpeedGaming 1A and 2. So I'm keeping an eye on those as well as tournament organizer. We are into the Ridley fight. I'm gonna back out of that. Not ready for Ridley. Do we have Spazer? Or Spazer up here, actually. Yeah, it's not something that I thought of until, like, right now. That I only know this lineup because I play a lot of RBO. So other people might have struggle barking up Precious Room. Oh, unfortunate. Fell back down. Okay, so what is Emmett doing here? Okay, so we're gonna check the Crab Supers door first. As I said, it's in logic through the Shine Spark to the top. But you can also just wall jump up. So this is kind of a safer choice to do first. Gonna save your health a bit. And it looks like this is going to connect to the upper door anyway. And probably construction zone, going by the shape. Never mind. It's going to be a one-tile single room below and a pass-through room above. Actually, it doesn't connect at all now. So if you want up there, you have to Shine Spark. There's Spazer, so you can mark that. And Spring Ball. Spring Ball's interesting. Spring Ball and Ice. It's very useful to collect your Suitless Meridia items. Suitless Meridia, as the tech is known. And map Rando, you kind of want to get good at them. Movement with ice and spring ball. Most of the time you're going to have high jump when something involving underwater movements is required. It is nice to have options, but while you have high jump, that's also usually paired with either spring ball or ice. So high jump plus spring ball or high jump plus ice. So let's see if we get a Shine Spark from Emmett this time. There are ways now to reach the top left door without Shine Sparking. I'm pretty sure you need to stand on top of a crab to make it the way he's doing it right now. But you actually can knock down a crab from the middle peak and then ride it up the left wall. Okay, so see what Stev does. Stev, our audio hero, allowing us to use game sound for this stream. Emmett selfishly wanted to make a video, put it on YouTube. So no, Emmett didn't fall in the sand. There's a trick for getting out of the sand with no items. Okay, so here's the Shine Spark I was talking about through top left of Everest, and we also have a big runway here. So you want to pay attention to Shine Sparking back to the right. This is a major. This is Morph Bombs. Morph Bombs probably doesn't do anything. But there's a double runway here. So you can be expected to Shine Spark all the way to the right. You just want to be careful with your health doing that. Like, I don't know if 130 is enough. But Stev's gonna run to Spring Ball over here. Bombs doesn't matter. As far as I'm aware. I don't think bombs matters yet. But we'll see what ideas Emmett has. We do have the Croc fight. 15 missiles, 5 supers doesn't actually put Croc in logic. It has to be either 15 supers or 25 missiles. You can't really combine them. Or maybe you can, and I'm forgetting. But usually, ammo's counts can't be combined like that. Okay. So you can Shine Spark over here, the way Emmett is doing, through reverse Croc Speedway. Doing it from this door is fine. Doing it from the bottom door, there is a runway because it's Croc's room. But you have to do some funny wall jumps and like not accidentally set off your Shine Spark. And so it's considered a very hard level of movement. But what Emmett's doing does look logical. And also, to do reverse Croc Speedway, it requires an E-Tank, because without an E-Tank, it's very likely that you stop in front of the pirate, get blasted, or you're over the crumble bridge and land in the spikes and just die. And you're at less than 30 health, so it's instant death. And Stev hasn't actually been this way. That's interesting. Oh no, this is worst room. I think worst room is in logic. It's just not fun. And that would be with IBJs. You would kill all the pirates, and then IBJ up. Power bomb for the ceiling blocks. But we are on different routes. We do have a Ridley fight, can't do it. I'm pretty sure Emmett did not go down worst room. But he has run into wreck ship main shaft. And that's a nice room to be in. It does have an item. It has many doors. The doors usually lead to other items. Powerbomb the wrong wall. Skill issue. More missiles. Just getting missiles now. The most common item in the pool. We didn't really have that many before. I have a lot. If you were going to Shine Spark back up to Everest, you would want to do it in a way that saves health. So I didn't really like how Stev did that. You can gravity jump and then do a Shine Spark after to save a lot of energy. It doesn't have enough for the spark right now. I see aqueducts, but that would not be logical, I don't think. No. Made it halfway. Runners dream of stopping their Shine Spark just right to reach that middle door. In this case, it doesn't help without high jump. So pretty interesting. I think the wreck ship transition theoretically could be logical, but is very likely not. So I'm thinking Croc is logic. Oh, Croc has an item. I think they get another E-Tank and then do the Shine Sparks that Stev is attempting. Metal Pirates. If you want a sequence break logic, you can come over to Crab Hole. And there's a reachable item at Aqueduct. A reachable major, that is. So if you can get to it, then it's just gonna be nice to have. So first we have Mama Turtle. That was just missiles down at bottom of Worcester. So this is a water stutter short charge. Wow. I don't think he did that right. I think he pretended to do it correctly. Because I'm pretty sure you don't get that much distance when doing this stutter. You have to stutter before the door. I think he's running into the room and then stuttering. But you do get that really big slowdown effect because of the stutter. And then they'll let you build up the Shine Spark right there. It does have alternatives. It doesn't have Morph Bombs yet. A little bit interesting. I guess Morph Bombs would put these items in logic. The Shine Spark isn't logical, but it's possible. Spring Ball Jump would also get up, and that's not too hard. This is 2 hollow dots, I believe. So I'm expecting one to be an E-Tank. It would make sense to me if there was... Yeah, this is not down Crapple. So... it took 100 damage, Barrier reducing damage by half. And... supers. How are you getting out, Emmett? It's worth having a plan for this. Alive. Touched the shell, but was in spin. And didn't die. It'd be another 100 damage if he got hit. See some confusion for both runners. Step down in Meridian now. Gonna get this map. We have a bit of a puzzly seed. Most of the time, not this complicated. But and it's going to come down for the Aqueduct Majors now, as well as the Hollows. Interestingly enough, you want Hollows for energy, so you can do longer Shine Sparks. That doesn't come up much once you have a single E-Tank. That's usually enough for your Shine Sparks. So, E-Tank. I don't think we've seen Emmett try the Everest Shine Spark. So I don't know if that's on his mind or not. This is a sequence break. This should be filler, because you can reach these items by just falling down water. That makes it one-way reachable. So this shouldn't be anything important. But it could be. I don't know. Filler items would be Charge Wave, Plasma, X-Ray. We already know it's a major. Our moms are nice because he's almost out. High jump's nice. High jump's very convenient. And it can double spring ball jump. And if you can do that, you can do every water room. So it doesn't have to worry about what's logic or not anymore. Okay, so in it with the high jump, Stev about to get the map, and also does have another E-Tank. But we'll see what the plan is. Should be the same kind of situation where Aqueduct looks like a reachable major. But we'll see. Oh yeah. Stev just killed Croc. Why didn't Emmett kill Croc? Tryharding. Do everything to skip Croc. I'm the tracker still. So most people don't seem to know that when you have high jump and spring ball, you can just, like while rolling in ball form, you can roll towards the door in Fish Tank and just jump as a ball. And that will reach the door. The other option was to use ice to freeze the fish. And ice with Spazer would have been pretty fast for that. It'd be safer than doing the flatly. Flatlies are kind of precise. To actually reach the door with high jump, you need to walk 1 pixel off the ledge a little bit. Yeah, at least 1 pixel off the edge. And then jump. And doing a flatly lets you do that. But if you jump too early, you won't make it. If you jump too late, you won't get the jump and you just fall. So what's up next? So it's going to be on item collection for a while. Maybe going into wreck ship. Start with a missile. We look at the mini-map, see a single pixel as the item, so it's a missile. Now we're back over to a save room. Save rooms are nice. So if Emmett were to fall in the sand here, could just reset to the save. It wouldn't be an issue. I think we're going to get another short charge attempt. Again, you want to stutter before the door transition. And he got it. Nice. So he gets to take the lower path. It's going to be faster. Not that much faster, because it has Spring Ball. Oh, but it does let him keep a Shine Spark for the next room. But also not helpful. Left an E-Tank behind. Currently doesn't matter. But does have a path to the map, so we're gonna get the wreck ship map pretty soon. And Stev is collecting items. The Mama Turtle on the right. And Aqua below. Doesn't have that high jump yet. Wasteland with an item. That's kind of it. He probably wants it. So let's just not be surprised when it heads towards this major. And I guess it's similar for Stev. He's going to head towards the other major, most likely. It's kind of important to know how to get back up Crab Hole if you do go for the Aqueduct major. I think that's the only way back. Seeing high jump there has me questioning it. Okay, so I guess the E-Tank and Supers. E-Tanks aren't really important at all. Just about allowing you to make more mistakes. And what do we have here? As we pass by Crab Hole, heading down, Plasma Beam. I feel like the seed is too slow for Plasma to be really impactful. It feels like you just pick up enough items. Goodbye, Plasma. And hopefully only Plasma. Okay. Colored in tiles show that he's still been to Aqueduct. And high jump's the important thing. On hard logic, it's very important to know that you can run into Aqueduct like this to build a Shine Spark. It's something that there's no reason to know about in the vanilla game or in Barrier Dash Randomizer. So it takes a lot of people by surprise. Another important thing is gravity jumping up through into a water room. We've already seen that in this seed, mostly with Everest. But it's another thing where you don't have to reason to know about it, but it's very important when playing this randomizer. That only comes into play on hard logic. Not a logical thing below hard. Gravity-less water rooms is in medium, so those can come up. But that would be only for in-room strats where you have Spring Ball and high jump most commonly. Spring Ball jump's also a medium tech in this. That's mostly a knowledge check, like that you know how to do Spring Ball jumps. The inputs aren't complicated because there's a lot of leniency on the basic Spring Ball jump. But there's different levels of Spring Ball jumps and other skill-based attacks. Like, to do a Spring Ball jump, you have to... It's one part pause timing, one part jump timing. So you can change when you pause, and you can change when you jump to affect how much height you get. And in the case of a double Spring Ball jump, that's all about managing your pause, fade in, fade out. So in that case, you would get a second entire jump, which is kind of big. Getting some underwater wall jumps, just for fun. Those are really hard to do. I'd have trouble with that. Definitely wouldn't first try it. And I'd need spin lock for it to like be comfortable with it. Emmett's a gamer. Had the option of using high jump spring ball. Didn't need it. If you like what you see, you can give the runners a follow. Emmett plays a lot of Super Metroid, but also other variety retro games. Usually joins the daily races that we have in the community. The Super Metroid map rando community. We have a lot of pickup races. Steph, haven't seen around as much. Only really seen him in the weeklies and the tournament. So just now getting to the wreck ship map. Feels like they took longer in Meridia, getting out with high jump. Does have more hollow dots than Emmett had at this time. Okay. So we're back in Everest. The top left door of Everest goes to morph bombs. Another underwater wall jump. He's just waiting for high jump to show up with all these water in. Throw those off. So this will be morph bombs. And I guess I'm not certain about the logic at this point. High jumping where it was. But I thought they needed to shine spark to the top right door of Everest. And so we're going to get a double spring ball jump to reach the middle top door. We have plasma picked up, and looks like Steph's going to keep. We haven't actually run into much ammo, but we've like fully explored these first 3 regions now. Double spring wall jumps, not easy, but it is easier than underwater wall jumps. Okay. We also lost plasma. There are alternatives to this double spring ball jump. You can do a really short charge in the croc shaft room. You can do a shine spark from that door on the bottom right of Everest. You can do a gravity jump and do a shine spark from the bottom left door. I think it wants them to shine spark across to the top right door, but still waiting on that. The plan is to head towards the map first. We're playing map rando, and map stations are the most important station. The most important thing. And looks like we're into Brinstar. I'm not sure which I prefer. Criteria is more like you know what it's like, you've covered half of it, and are pretty sure that you can get to the map. If you can't first try the springball jump up, then it's probably not great to be going this way. Because this is actually turning into a lot of time lost now. Freezing the Metroids to go to the top right door isn't logic. Maybe a gravity jump would be too. That looks like enough space. And check tool. It's possible to shine spark across. Not logically. So where Stev is not logical. And what is Immit's plan? He can't get enough jump height from here to reach the top middle door. Stev turning around. It plays. I need new content. I've seen this show before. Charge beam. Thank you, Steve. Yeah, I'm not too excited about the criteria map, even if you know you can get to the map. Or criteria play. Getting to the map. Brimstone's gonna give you new things. It's closer. I expect the remaining part of the world map and the game is connected to Brimstone. And that's more why I like criteria. But that just might not be true. I don't know yet. Alright, Emmett makes it through. Yeah, come over here to West Ocean. Get the map. Very likely to be a Fantoon map. It's not going to be that door because it connects to Construction Zone. It's a right side map, so that wasn't true at all. It's just going to be right here. We already knew that. Yeah, the other thing is Ridley's here. I wasn't quite sure on that. So that's a big reason to not come here right now. Because we don't have the items for Ridley yet. With Charge Beam, Step does. It does not have Charge. It does have 2 hollows here. That should be enough. Yeah, that's enough. If he knows how to do the powerbomb fight. Yeah, that's no problem at all. Just run your face into Ridley and use power bombs. Actually, you need to worry about dying. You can't be that careless. With Various Suit, you actually take a lot of damage from Ridley. You get a nice Crystal Flash on Step side. So Emmett absolutely should be killing Ridley right now. And then that would cut out the whole backtrack to criteria that Step's gonna have to do later. Ah, I see. Pillar Room. Doing Pillar Room damageless is incredibly hard. Out of supers, gotta be careful about that. But there are these bugs here. Farm up. The bugs are pretty good for farming. Something that is sort of briefly looked at for Varia randomizer. In vanilla map, when Upper North here is right over by this farm spot. It's a fairly quick refill. Dragon's really slow. Kind of problem. Filling to full supers isn't actually faster than just doing the fight. I don't think. I do want to check the pink door to the right. But this isn't so fast. Move to save. I think he goes for Ridley. Both of them have pretty uncomfortable boss fights, I'd say. The suitless Dragon is not going to be in hard logic, but it's very useful to know when you're racing these seeds. Just like how this Ridley fights. I don't think it's in logic. It's going to be very useful to know how to do the power bomb strikes. Doesn't have to do many, and they don't have to be good. It like has a lot of extra ammo in that sense. Nice double to start. Charge Ice Phaser is 180. It's a little less than 2 missiles. You need 60 missiles total to kill Dragon. Power bombs do not damage Dragon. So if you can, you really don't want to be using power bombs. But it is useful for setting up your damaging shots. That's the idea. Dragon is also a boss where Very isn't that protective against body hits. It does 160 base, and it's going to be reduced by half. Both suits reduce damage by half. So that'd be 80 damage per hit. And Dragon is down first. He did end up using just all of his power bombs. Only needed like 3. I didn't see how effective they were. Other than the first one was a double. Or wait. Yeah, no. Only 3. Whatever. Just live. Live in it. It's 15 supers after turning red. 6 missiles to make up for any missed supers. I think Ridley does 120. Either the body or the tail is 120, and the other's 140. Nice. And that'd be half. East Ocean, that's in logic with high jump ice. Not ice, high jump spring ball. And then there's a major behind Ridley. Let's see what it is. Being safe. You can actually just jump into the hoppers with screw attack. And they can't really hit you, as long as you spin right away, once again. Gravity suit. Big find. Routing-wise, coming criteria is very, very strong. All you need is to have the items for killing Ridley, as well as getting the map. You kind of want that too. And it looks like Game doesn't know the high jump version of the gate glitch. You just back up to the wall and shoot at the same timing, pretty much. Your super shot needs to be with your back pixel aligned to the wall. And so you can do that with either the turnaround or the moonwalking into the wall. There's actually a couple of interesting ways that you can do the turnaround, or the aligning your back to a wall too. You can do with morph. You do while in morph ball, you just tap turnaround, and it's like a 2-frame input about, and that'll turn you around without moving you. You can do with X-ray. Just turn around with X-ray. You don't move any pixels. If you weren't aware, normally when you turn around, you slide a few pixels to the side. Double, triple, quadruple check everything. And we get the Fantoon save station. So that means that Fantoon's going to be in Brinstar somewhere. Same with the unpowered map, except we know that the unpowered map station is going to be directly next to Fantoon. Save can be anywhere, the map is next to Fantoon. That gives you some clues as to where Fantoon is, but also makes it less bad to run into these rooms that you just can't use. That's a major. Did I miss something? I've been doing everything to avoid this croc fight. It's really not that slow. Maybe that's where charge was. Anyway, Imit can be into Brinstar. A pretty solid lead, I'd say. You're gonna save a lot of time on Dragon. But we will just see how it ends up working out. Doesn't have good equipment for Ridley, Stev doesn't. So it's not like going to Ridley right now is gonna give him a faster fight than Imit had. Pretty interesting that we don't have a Fantoon kill yet. Was the area past Dragon really that blocked off? Yeah, there's no real like super consistent setup for gate glitches. It's a frame perfect trick. Only one frame works. So most of the time you just have to try it a few times. With a lot of practice, you can get more consistent with it. And Emmett already into Dragon. So 30 missiles, 20 supers. The Dragon fight itself shouldn't be too long. I assume there's going to be some Shine Sparks and then finish with ammo. If that's even needed. But we're looking at the charge difference. Whether Emmett needs to find charge or not. The wave beam. The wave is pretty good. Oh, going for a nice ammo kill. I enjoy watching ammo kills on Dragon. A little bit dangerous. The way to get... what's the term? It's not Goop Spark, is it? The way to die to Dragon when Shine Sparking into her is to get grabbed by Goop while you're Shine Sparking. That would be Mother Brain's room. There's an X on the minimap. I was looking at the tracker at the time. But X's mean objectives. The objectives for this race are the 4 bosses and Mother Brain. Steph does know about Ridley location as well, that Fantoon is in Brinstar. So that's going to be all the boss knowledge. Still can't reach Fantoon though. Otherwise we'd have the map by now. It's crazy how long it's taking to get to this Fantoon. I haven't been paying enough attention to see what the actual problem is. If it is Coliseum. If it's Coliseum, then they've grappled now. Emmett has gravity. So right after the baby room was Lorne Orpher Pillars, and Emmett doesn't have any reserves. So pretty likely to die if he goes for it. Just a mean pair of rooms. Like, very likely. Oh, we got the skip, of course. Baby skip not in hard logic. Yeah, high jumps, speed, and... I guess Spazer helps a lot. But there's also no reason to come this way. Unfortunate. Once again, give the runners a follow. We have Emmett, we have Stev. Definitely solid at the Super Metroid randomizer. It's not easy learning all these tricks, being able to read the map. Takes a lot of time and effort to practice. And if you like how they play, best way to support them is to visit their channel, give a follow. Tune in for their future races. This is just a community weekly race every Wednesday and Saturday. Sometimes we do restreams, a little less often with the tournament going on. The tournament being the SpeedGaming Live 2024 Super Metroid Randomizer tournament. That is well underway now. But once that is passed, we're going to be getting more of these community weekly race restreams. This will be the more consistent place for Map Rando content. That's why it's important to keep it alive, even while there's other Map Rando races going on SpeedGaming. There's Charge Beam. So that's go mode. It seemed like Stev just had to leave Fantoon, which isn't actually a problem, because you need to come to criteria for Ridley and Gravity. But Emmett has Ridley down, so he should just pull pretty far ahead in the race. 10 supers. That's... I don't know if I like the Ridley fight. If it is the case that you need to go through East Cack Alley to get to Fantoon, then you need to get back still. And these items can get back, but it takes some really tricky tech. It's also not that fast. I just kind of thought Stev would be looking for more major stuff. And the map would be how you find them, not the Ridley fight. We just already know that Ridley has the major behind him. So it's gonna work out perfectly. That's why I kind of thought that Stev would have more supers for Ridley. Because 2 more super packs were next to the map. But that's not how it played out. That looked like a grab. That's a grab. So in a way they're tied up. Or maybe we're just getting really scammed by the map. There's no more left doors. What is happening? Usually when that happens, the toilet is involved. That's the room that lets you pass through other rooms. And it can cause the map to be split. Seb went through the door behind Ridley, but didn't continue to the gravity suit. Emmett just lost charge. Can get that again. Well, I haven't figured out how you get to the Fantoon room. I'm hoping the runners can. That's all they need to do. You get Fantoon, and then you go to Mother Brain. Every room in a region does have to be physically next to every other room in the same region. Like, they have to be touching. All the same colored rooms have to be touching. Okay, so now we're seeing Coliseum. Zev knows the shortcut. This is looking good on Supers now, too. Okay, yeah. It looks like this goes over. So you take an elevator up, then right across the top, and probably take another elevator down. And that seems to be how the map is laid out. Pretty tricky, pretty interesting. Very annoying to run into. Well, maybe one of the more annoying situations is when like, you're just trying to get to the map and it sends you on dead end after dead end. I assume Emmett knows that this has to be Fantoon. Just ran into it automatically. And we are actually fairly close, all things considered. If Emmett doesn't know where Mother Brain is, he's gonna run into the map right after this. And that's all he needs to do for go mode. With grapple, no trouble getting through Coliseum. With the amount of time spent running around Brinstar, it would have been better to just do the ice Metroid climb through Coliseum early on. But that's expert level tech. And you wouldn't really think it would save time in this scene. But I think it would have. Where's he going? Either you know or you don't know. If you don't know, you get to know. You did not know. So just took a greed check for the Mother Brain entrance. There was another door up the power bomb block, see in Red Tower. That's typically where Mother Brain's going to show up, is when there's another door that's above or below it, as like a way back. Yeah, positionally they're very close. Sev doesn't need to do the map check. It's not going to speed up their return path. Gravity will speed up their return path. Probably only in Coliseum, though. I'm not sure how many water rooms there were. But this is it. It's just a run to Mother Brain's room. Emmett has better ammo. Stev has better beam. Let's say they cancel out. 10 supers is a lot. Let's just say it cancels out. They both have ice for sub skip. Emmett has less health, nothing in reserve, so no leeway. Steph has lots of leeway. And Steph also needs to not get stuck in the sand. It's like the last risky thing. There is a way out of the sand with high jump. I feel like most people don't know it. But you have to do a bit of a tricky crouch jump. Okay, well there's the beam difference. So now it's more that Emmett just doesn't have full ammo. So it's going to cancel out that way. I like jumping from on top of the spikes instead of trying to aim at this single grapple block. Like the friendliest thing to shoot at. But it's actually turning into like the biggest difference. Oh, I actually quick dropped into the sand. Oh, but made it out. Nice, saved it. The typical way to cross the spikes is to damage boost from the left one onto the right one. Okay, just gets the skill shot. Nice. But this is Emmett into the mother brain first. Already spent all his ammo. And gonna be doing charge shots. This can be a new beam, new route beam, 300 per shot. Emmett's a new route runner. A lot better than me at it. So, not gonna have any trouble. Gets blasted. Still not gonna have any trouble. As Stev enters the arena. It's essentially 3,600 damage on the first phase with the glass, then 18,000 on phase 2. Phase 2 is the difference. Emmett kills Mother Brain as soon as Stev starts the fight. I think that's Shack Tool Room. Directly into Shack Tool's room. And we have an escape. 1:15. Should be lots of time left, but there is room for a routing error. Let's see if Emmett can do it. It shouldn't be too complicated getting back to the ship. The seed already made them do it. You have to run through like the Croc Speedway area a couple of times. That's connected to the area. First step is going down the elevator into Lower Norfair. You gotta be careful damaging down on Mother Brain without gravity. You're gonna be taking double damage compared to what you're used to. That is to say, single suited compared to double suited. Yes. Definitely have to take Croc Speedway. And we've seen this early on. This is where Stev had an early death. And yeah, overall, Stev did gain time on Emmett throughout the whole seed. Stev had the early crash that lost about 3 minutes, as well as more costly struggles in the very, very early game. But here we are, both in the escape together, about a minute apart. solid race. We also had different routes. 10 seconds left on the clock. Emmett gonna stop his timer for 1:17:38, and gonna be winning the restream. So GG to Emmett. Done. Yeah. And when I press done, it sends him an invite, and we'll see if he wants to talk about the city. And same to Stev. GG to Stev. That's a 1:18:28, so about 50 seconds apart. Very solid race. Yeah, Stev having some troubles in Brinstar, over-exploring. But Emmett getting really stuck in criteria, losing a lot of time on that double spring ball jump. And mostly evened out in the end. So solid performance. That's good for 7th and 8th in the overall race. The winner was Eddie today with a 51-51. Second was Zeb, followed by Nevdi, Oates, Baron, Lunix, and then we still have 5 racers running. So while we're waiting for the 2 runners to join for interview, there's still a Map Rando race on SpeedGaming 2 about to start shortly. And give you another link to their channels and their streams. If they'd appreciate follows. Yeah, we've seen pretty much all the Seed had to offer. There's still Torian out there. I didn't really understand the high jump logic. I wasn't paying too much attention to the Everest Spark, was I? But there weren't really any majors up there. Really had the gravity suit. That's some funky logic. I think you had to go into Brinstar. And that's just what you do. I'm not sure exactly where Grapple was.
Yo. What's up?
Welcome both of you, Emmett, Steve.
Thank you.
Hello.
Steve is informing me of a disaster, but you can go ahead and let him know, Steve. Or I guess the stream might have seen it.
You're talking about the very early.
Yeah, my computer crashed like 5 minutes in.
Oh man! So Steve would have badly bodied me. That's funny. Well, I guess I'll take a little cheese victory. Yeah, that was a wild one for me. I felt behind for some reason checking Rex ship. So once I got high jump and sprain, I was like, well, I'm gonna gun it for criteria because I scouted out Ocean. I was like, there's always like 9 majors there, right? But of course. So I gunned it back. Got the map. I shambled with double spring ball. I don't think I've ever messed it so bad. I was shambling hard. I don't know how much time I lost, Os, but it felt like 5 years, like minimum. It was really rough. So once I finally got it and got map, I was like, well, I'm in trouble. And I told my stream, I was like, all right, guys, I'm going to get these 2 hollows. And if they're supers, I won't reset. And I'll try to kill Ridley because I have 20 power bombs. But if they're not supers, which they won't be, I will reset. And they were supers. And I was like, okay, I've never done this before. Let's go fight Ridley with no charge and 20 power bombs.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. Like when you're doing the powerbomb fight, you take a lot of damage, and
Yeah.
it was only various suit. You got pretty close to dying at the end.
Oh yeah, I was taking hits. And I've never done the fight like that before, so I was pretty unsure how that would go because I don't have the experience. But yeah, I somehow managed to kill Ridley. I know I felt really dumb being there because I'm like, I have a feeling you just go to Brinstar, get charged, come back. But there was a looming thing in my head where it's like, once you can get criteria map, I felt like I just needed to or wanted to. But it still felt dumb because I already knew where Ridley was. So I don't know. Steve, what'd you end up doing? Did you go to Brinstar? And did you search Wreck Ship?
Yeah, I did actually search Wreck Ship pretty early. I went there before Brinstar.
Yeah,
I found plasma there, and I actually decided to leave it there. I reset.
Yeah, I reset plasma too.
Like I think I
Yep.
could have, because it's behind fish tank, right? So I think I could have done a. Can you do a single spring ball jump onto a frozen fish there instead of a double? Do you know, Ozzy?
You can, yeah.
Okay, I gotta practice that because I probably should have kept plasma.
That's in logic.
Okay, that's in logic. Okay.
I guess I'm unsure if I mean, I didn't think it was worth keeping regardless. It was just like too far. And I didn't have charge yet. That was the main reason. If I had charge, I would have kept plasma, I think.
It was funny because as soon as I went to Brinstar, I found X-ray and then charge. I was like, I should have kept the plasma.
Right. Yeah, it was wild. Did you go back as soon as you got charged to fight Ridley?
No, I was kind of focused on finding the Brinstar map, and I exhausted every left door, it felt like, in Brinstar.
I definitely did that. I was getting memed on by my chat. Dude, Emmett, this isn't 100% map, And I was like,
it was a little troll. But once I kind of got bailed out because I found a Fantoon save room. So I was like, oh wait, that's Fantoon.
Okay.
So I realized, once I had grapple, I realized I was pretty much in go mode. So I just went back to kill Ridley. I went back to kill Ridley and then Fantoon. Because I also never had gravity suit this suit.
Oh,
I missed grav.
That's funny. This is right. It's the first room left of Ridley.
Wait, really? Oh.
Yeah, after you kill Ridley, because it's only one room, right? So
no.
You kill Ridley and go left.
There's a wave. Isn't Wavegate after Ridley in this suit?
Yeah, it was actually like 2 rooms.
Oh, was it 2
rooms? Right there.
Okay, yeah, but it was right there.
I was there at the end, and I was like, I'm just.
I mean, if you have high jump, ice, and spring, I can understand. But yeah, I peeped it. I gave it a little peep, but I did it earlier, so it's
right. Yeah, I went back. I was there so late. I was there really late.
There was a lot of water rooms, but yeah. Oh, so you have any questions for my psycho decision making, or?
I want to mention that, like, you did have a lot of trouble with the Everest spring ball jumps.
Yeah.
But it looked like that was mostly balanced out by Steve running around Brinstar. And so you're all just doing pretty slow things. You had gravity when you were in Brinstar, so it just went so much faster.
That made it pretty nice. Fight. Right. Yeah, because I didn't have grapple.
So mostly just balanced out in that way. But Steve did end up saving time on you by skipping the criteria map. Didn't do a lot of criteria rooms.
Yeah, that's
some
smart.
of it in.
Yeah, I never went to West Ocean.
Yeah, I think that's smart. I mean, if you got charged, I wouldn't have either if I had charged for sure.
I knew where all the bosses were at that point, so I knew I didn't have to go up there.
Nice.
But yeah, it was a fun seed. It felt very condensed, actually. Like it was very small, like the places you actually had to go.
Yeah.
Like in relative to the ship.
Well, I was losing it a little bit, especially when I was exploring Brinstar and the shambles. But yeah, besides that, you're right. Everything was actually very close by, and you could have done it effectively. I think the people I was in Eddie's stream for a sec before I joined this call, and like a lot of people abandoned wreck ship, didn't check anything. They saw the map and were just like, nope.
Yeah.
So I guess that's probably the play. I guess I'm always worried about skipping if I don't have charge. I guess you can come back for that if you really need it. I'm not too sure. I guess, I'm still new. I'm still deciding what's worth it and what's not. But yeah, still crazy. It was crazy close between Steve and I, but Steve definitely got cheesed by his computer exploding. So basically, this dub is Steven's, but but his computer exploded.
Yeah, I actually forgot about that happened until like the very end when you're in the escape. It's like, oh yeah, that time loss.
Right.
Could have flipped it.
Yep, for sure.
It was still a really fun race, though.
Yeah, fun race. Well, thanks for restreaming me. Thanks for commentating us, and GG, Steve. Next time, when your comp doesn't explode, you can get your vengeance. But I'm gonna hop off. Yeah, GG's, guys.
Yep. Thanks both of you for coming on. GG's on your race.
GG's.
This will be it for the weekly restream here on SpeedGaming 3. But we have Spiffy and Bressingham starting just now on SpeedGaming 2. So if you want more Map Rando content, you can jump over there, and I think I will myself. So good evening to the rest of you, and see you next mission.